Good day. Welcome to my first video and the beginning of a production series I want to share with you from nearly start to finish. I'm working on an indie, currently solo animated short film called The Last Train to Derifor, and it's my original project. These videos will document the process in two layers: the technical side, modeling, animation, workflow, and the story side, the characters, the world, the decisions behind them. Whether you're here to learn something new or just watch the project get built from scratch, I hope you'll enjoy this series. I'm not a professional, I know the basics, I'm still learning, and I'm open to feedback and criticism. The goal is to make something good with the skills I have now and better skills as I develop them. Today I'm starting with the protagonist, Arthur Valence Vulpes, a postal inspector, working-class fox from a fictional Central European city named Derifor. I'll divide the workflow in basic parts, and today is modeling. With that being said, let's now build him. One of the essential things about topology one must learn, in my opinion, is edge loops. They basically represent muscles for a better animation process, which is what I'm going for. I made this simple fox face with the approximate edge loops I wanted. My project takes inspiration from German expressionism and noir films. The characters there usually have expressive, maybe exaggerated even, movements. One thing I find crucial for my designs is to make character designs and silhouettes resemble their species as close as possible. Even stylized, I want a fox look like a fox, wolf like a wolf, etc. I believe it makes designs more distinctive and interesting. Here I'm using a knife tool to create extra geometry for creases along his head, which is actually an important design feature plot-wise. It is a keloid scar from brain surgery that every animal undergoes in infancy. Depending on your class, it can be low, cheap quality, mediocre, and high class, high quality. Arthur happens to be working class, so his scar is pretty generic. crease edge is a nice way to sharpen some edges, making them more expressive. You can do that by holding Shift plus E, or by tweaking it in the Edit section on the right. I spent some time on multiple attempts to figure out the topology of the body. You can see I also have sketched for essential body looks. At first I tried to make something as complicated as that, till I saw that pretty much most big animation studios didn't really have that complex body topology, so I just scrapped the idea. I will however add some bloops with the knife tool later to give more shape to the body. Kinda questioning the usability of this because it will be mostly covered by foreign clothes. And yes, I'll use the particle system as 4, which I'll probably do in another video. For more realism, I also designed my characters asymmetrical, but since Blender doesn't work well with asymmetrical meshes on the next essential stages like texturing, rigging, etc., I'll add it in the end. For now, I keep him symmetrical. Topology doesn't have to be perfect. Even popular games have certain imperfections. But despite that, I encourage you to keep it as good as you can, depending on your purposes of course, because it will significantly ease your process further. Wet topology affects lighting, shape, creating extra geometry, blah blah blah. Having triangles and angles in a few spots, especially hidden, usually doesn't cause much problem, especially with subdeep modifier. From my experience, if you do leave some trees or angles, subdeep will automatically translate them into quads, but it can affect the edge flow, so you should know what you do. I always prefer to model hands and feet later and separate from the body. It's a bit easier to control. You may find the body structure I use for my characters weird or uncanny even. That is a part of their biology as well. In general sense, it's anthropomorphic animals, and I try to make it look like they're the animals that are evolving to walk on back hints, but it's not full yet. I basically took images of the animal and human anatomies and tried to combine them into the Frankenstein monster you can see here. So they exhibit some of their natural features, such as narrow chest, shoulders looking a bit forward, longer hands, etc. What I'm going for is that they should look as if they were forced to be able to walk on hints as soon as possible and function more like humans. I'll add more details later on to emphasize it, but right now I'm focusing on the general silhouette. In nature, animals usually express their emotions through ears and whiskers, which will also be an essential part in my animation. I'm still thinking if I'll make whiskers with curves or alpha images. I think first, but I'll figure it out later.
But we don't have to mind them. Far away from New York, have to move. Is there any old place you will find them? And we're young and we're trying to improve. So I love the old place, I admit it. Sweet its noise and its thoughtful and gold. And I'd sooner today sing a dance on Broadway than on any old street that I know. My hometown, how I love the dear old name. There's no other place would ever seem to me the
T's are always a pain in the ass for me. I used references to make them as realistic as I can. Can't say I'm happy with how they came out, but it's better than what I did before. When you're done, don't forget to check your face orientation. You can easily check that by enabling the option in the overlay section. If you see the red regions, select them and press Shift plus N to recalculate them. In most cases, the red areas are a no-no, and you don't want that, since it affects shading and face position. I decided to close his eyes because it's easier to texture paint and UV unwrap. Eyes are also an essential part of animal emotions, fox in my case. I modeled the space for iris and pupil, so I can control it later on. I hope you didn't skip biology classes in school and you know that the iris sits behind the cornea. This is the mesh we end up with. I hope this video was helpful and interesting to you. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo!